Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials. Good morning, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday the 3rd of July. Just making my way down to the land, and as always, not quite sure what we're going to get done today, but let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land. It's a bit of a grey, misty kind of a morning. Cockerel shouting at me already across the field. It's been a bit of a killer week with the weather. It's been really hot. Oh, there's a pheasant just running across the field there. You can see that or not? It's just popping across to where the beehive is. Yeah, it's been really hot all week this week. It's promised rain in the forecast. Not had any at all. I woke up this morning because it's been promising thunderstorms overnight and into the weekend. Looked out the window and still no rain. However, having said that, it was just starting to spit a little bit with rain. It's just, yeah, there's nothing on there. Bit of dew perhaps, but that's about it. So I don't know what it's going to do. I was hoping to get this grass sorted out today. You know, I was talking about those wildflowers. We've got lots and lots of stuff like this. All different kinds of little flowers that I've not seen last year. All these little yellow things. The normal buttercups in amongst the clover there. Lots of different things as I look around the field. So a big difference from the jungle of previous years, and although I was a little bit concerned about cutting all this clover down, now I've got the bees, to be fair, this is the old stuff. You know, it's seen better days now with these flowers, and although I only cut the grass last week on this side, you can see already the clovers appearing. So I'm not too concerned about cutting this down. The only question really is, will I get a chance to? Sod's Law says we've been wanting rain all week and not got it, and I'll get to the weekend today and you watch, it'll bloody rain. Anyway, get myself in the cabin, get opened up, get the kettle on, and we'll see what we can get done today. Well, as usual, first things first, sort the chickens out. They're all quite happily pecking away now. Bit of seed I've put down. You would think they'd never been fed. There's certainly no shortage of food. Let's have a little look, see what we've got going on in the coop. Messy, considering I only cleared out on Thursday. Scruffy. Food and water's half full, so that can wait until home time today before I top that up. Got my little box expectantly. Nothing in that one. And nothing in that one. Oh, we've got 1, 2, 3. You can't see it, can you, on here? It's too dark. There's 4 in there. There's 2 of them. That's 4. And we've got another 2 in here. So, shut up. Another 6 eggs. They are, if nothing else, extremely consistent. Every chick is producing an egg every day. I'll come back in a minute and clean up in there. But first things first, I want a cup of coffee. Well, good morning. It's the weekend again. I do look forward to the weekends, I have to say. Hope everyone's doing well wherever you are. And please do make the most of the weekend. It's your little chance away from the mundane Monday to Friday of the work week to get things done that you want to do and to kick back and relax. Hopefully you can do that. Bit of a dilemma for me this morning. What do? Do I try and cut that grass or not? It is a bit damp with the morning dew. It is quite misty this morning. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be drying up anytime soon. And the forecast still tells me that we've got thunderstorms and showers on the way. You just don't know what to believe, do you? But I would like to get that northern end of the field done. I am conscious though now, I've got the beehive there. I just had a little walk over to see if they're up and about yet, which they don't seem to be. I guess they're waiting for it to warm up a little bit. So do I try and cut round there or not? And upset them? Don't know if you can hear that. Bugger! It's just started raining. How typical is that? Hopefully it's a little tiny passing shower and it'll not distract from me getting the tractor out. Am I optimistic? Other stuff today. Wanted to do a little bit more planting. I've been feeding the chickens from their vegetable bed. One of them is empty. I was going to pop some more lettuce in there just to grow a little bit more for them. I've actually brought a cabbage with me this morning. It's on the counter over there. So they will get greens anyway. That other bed is absolutely full. I do keep plucking the odd one out here and there, but it is still absolutely chocker with lettuce. Plants are all doing well. The seedlings for the cauliflowers, I'm hoping I'll get those in a raised bed today. I did call in during the week. I think I put it in the community tab. I brought down 4 bags of compost on, I think it was Tuesday, and then another 4 bags on Thursday, and I actually took the time to put 4 bags onto the raised beds. So that one with the arch that I was talking about filling up last weekend is now done. So at some point I need to put something in there as well. So I would like to get some planting done, but this sounds like it's getting heavier rather than lighter. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. In terms of the big wide world, lots of things now around economy, supply chain, and COVID is making a comeback. Not in terms of people dying, more in terms of now that the restrictions, actually the most of them are finished and have been finished for weeks, well months in some cases. There's still that thing about wearing masks in public when you're around the shops and things like that. That's still in place. And they're supposed to come to an end, I think it's next week. No, it's not. It's the week after next, 19th, something like that, when any and all of the restrictions are supposed to stop. But I don't know if you've noticed in the media, we've still got all of this bans on travel and quarantining after travel, and talking about kids now having the vaccination, and another booster vaccination at the end of the year when we go into winter, and little drip feeding of, oh well, you know, when the restrictions are finished, that doesn't mean that you should stop doing it. You should voluntarily just keep going with all of these little restrictions about distancing and mask wearing and travel and so on and so forth. It's like the control the massive control was brought in with the promise of it's a quick fix and it'll be gone soon. And now that everyone's kicking up a fuss and saying, you know, you told us it was going to end, when's it going to end? They don't actually want it to. They want to keep that little bit of control and fear in people. And that kind of runs into the inflation, the economy theme that we've talked about numerous times this year. Even though they're admitting that yes, inflation is there now, and oh yes, it is bigger than we thought. It'll be gone soon. It's like COVID. It'll be gone soon. Don't worry, it's not a thing. Which makes me even more suspicious. Oh dear, because everything that's wrong with the world now, it seems to be, oh, it's COVID. it'll be gone soon, and it isn't going to be gone soon. So I don't know. Crazy times ahead, even without COVID. Crazy times ahead, people. So yeah, do keep on top of your preps and prepare yourself financially for really quite hard times. I drove past that petrol station that I mentioned last week and the week before. And it was 135, it's 136.9, so 137 pence per litre of diesel. Prices are not coming down, they just keep going up and up and up. And even though we've had all of this shutdown and people not travelling as much, and certainly not travelling by air as much, the price of oil per se has gone through the roof. And it's been deliberately held there by cutting back production. So there is a lot of manipulation going on in the economy, the supply chain, and in general life. A lot of manipulation, a lot of getting everybody under control. So yeah, the more independent you can become of the grid and the government, the much better life you will have. If you're not dependent on anybody for your day-to-day basics, then you are free. You're not under that control of people telling you what to do and when to do it. Anyway, enough talking. I wanted to make this a quick chat this morning in the hope that I would get out. That rain has died back. It is still just faintly there, but it's more of a spit than a rain. I don't know, we'll see how we get on during the day. Wherever I do get up to, I will keep you posted as we go through. Just giving the chickens a bit of greenery out of their vegetable patch. They do like that lettuce a lot. So they're all quite content now, pecking away. I'm busy getting soaking wet, just having to tidy up around these beds, getting rid of the grass and weeds that are growing at the sides of them, and just clearing out some of the weeds that have managed to populate the bed itself. So that's a nice little patch cleared out. Hopefully I can get some of these young seedlings in there. Well, it's not really the weather for this, but it needs doing. Looking at the sky, I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon. So I'm just going to have to keep cracking on and get these put in, and I'll plant some more out. So let's have a go and see what we can get done. We'll start in the middle. It's going to need some watering because this bed is actually quite dry, but it is raining, so I guess in some respects it is the weather to be doing it. The good thing is I can plant these deep enough to support the stems because they are a bit leggy. it's a bit of therapy, encouraging yourself to keep pushing on, even if it's not ideal conditions. I'm sure if I was doing it in the sunshine, I'd be complaining it was too hot. I'll save that baby one for later. At least you've got decent roots on them. I'll keep pushing on with this and I'll show you the finished result shortly. Well, that's that bed replanted. It's a shame because it looked like that weeks ago. until those damned rabbits got in. But gotta keep pressing on. Hopefully we're rabbit proof now. And hopefully this bit of rain will just help settle those plants in. So I'm going to refill some trays with some compost. I think I'll drag some of those fabric containers out as well, because we can't be far away now. Another week I think before I need to put some more potatoes in and some more carrots in, and then perhaps we'll have a look at the chickens' veg garden, get some more lettuce. Bit wet, but gotta keep pushing on. Well, the burning question of what to do with those sunflowers, I want them to be close enough to the bees, but a little bit sheltered and still get the sun. So might seem a little bit crazy, but the old pond that I dug out that's been left to get really quite overgrown, I figured I'd do something in there because it is in a sheltered spot. It will get full sun and it's doing nothing in here, so I figured I'd just turn a bit of the soil over and pop them in here. Not the easiest. This is an example of the soil on my field. It is just solid clay, so not the easiest of stuff to be working with, hence all the compost I've been buying and the raised beds. But I guess over time we'll see how we get on. We can but try, and it's not like there's a shortage of space. So as with everything I do, we'll see what works and what doesn't work, and it's all a learning curve for future years. I've got a bit of compost here just to fill in and give them a bit of a fighting start. Amazing how well these seedlings have come on. Cracking roots in the bottom. So I am hopeful that these will take and thrive. As always, you'll find out the truth in future videos. Well, that's those in. It might seem a bit crazy, but hey, if you don't try, you don't know. So I'm going to do the same across at that aggregate pile. I've got some seedlings of trees that I've put in there and some borage. So I've got another few of these sunflower seedlings. I'm going to pop those up there and just add to the mix in that what is a bit like this, a rough and ready patch. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this aggregate patch. We've got lots of trees coming through. There is the old brambles, but there's also lots of these, I don't know if you can see them, but there's lots of these rose bushes in here. I popped some borage in a week or two ago, I can't remember now. There's some little tree seedlings there. I've now popped in these sunflower seedlings, and as you can see, the rest of it is brambles and these wild rose bushes, and lots of different kinds of flower, wildflower. So I don't know, we'll see. It's a bit of an experiment. There's no way I can dig all this up because these rose and brambles have been here for like 10-15 years, just getting more and more out of control. So I have been getting the patch under control as I've been cutting the grass. So we'll see. It's something a little bit different, and I mean the idea over time is for all this area to be a little bit of a mini woodland and not quite so much grass. I guess you'll find out as we go through the years. Well, this rain's not giving up, but the jacket's had to come off because I am sweating. So I'm just busy now filling up another 4 of these big fabric containers, just to get them ready for the next few batches of potatoes. So I'm just going to pop these alongside the back of the polytunnel here, and gradually over the next few weeks we'll be filling these. I've said it a million times, but the trouble with these bags of compost is that there's just almost a solid mass, and you have to break them up, break up the soil as you go along. But it's all worth it in the end. So I'll get these filled up, and then I'm going to do the same inside the polytunnel with some smaller ones for succession planting of carrots, which again over the next few weeks we'll be doing. And hopefully, if I can keep this going, we'll be harvesting potatoes all the way through the year and carrots all the way through the year, and hopefully we'll end up at the end of this year with stuff being harvested through Christmas and eventually stored through until spring. Bit ambitious, but as I've said a million times, if you don't try and do these little experiments, you'll never know what is and what isn't possible. And I'd rather do it now, so if it doesn't work, I'll just pop to the shop, than try doing it when it's a proper grid down and there is nothing in the shops and I can only eat where I can grow, hunt or forage. So if you haven't tried doing this, go on, give it a go. Doesn't matter how much space you have, you've at least got space like this for pots or containers outside your house or on your balcony, so give it a go. Right, I'm going to get this finished off and then we'll go inside the polytunnel. So pretty much same thing inside here. We're just filling up these smaller containers ready to plant out more carrots. They're not going to get done this weekend. I need these existing buckets, these new ones, to grow on a bit more. before I start doing any more planting. But if I get them ready, it'll save me time another weekend. Amazing how much compost you go through. To be fair though, all of this will reuse in future years. I'll be able to mix it in with the compost that I'm making myself, and I can supplement that with maybe some new bags, but much less, far fewer bags next year. And of course I've got chicken manure compost, chicken manure pellets. I've got a variety of different things to help revitalise the old soil. So I'll get these filled up and probably take a look at the chickens' veggie garden, get some lettuce planted out in there. I might even put something in to that new raised beds with the little arch around. I'm in two minds as to what to put in there, but I guess you'll find out shortly. Just stopped for a coffee, and I think we've got major egg production going on. Well, we've got 4 of them in the coop, all squawking away, and the cockerel's encouraging them from outside. This weather just doesn't know what to do. It has actually stopped raining now, but as you can see from outside the cabin, we do keep getting these little downpours. I don't know whether I'm more wet through the rain or from sweating outside there in the garden. So I've just literally stopped for a coffee. I just came out to see what all the squawking was. So I'm going to finish that off, and then I'm going to do this raised bed for the chickens' veggie patch, and probably tackle that one with the archway as well. I've just cleaned out this raised bed for the chickens' vegetable garden. There's a couple of lettuce still in there, so I'm going to leave those to grow on. I've just made myself 3 little rows, so I'll pop some seeds in those and we'll try and get another bed full of lettuce raised. Well, we're going to have a go at this raised bed, and I think in here I'm going to try some more swede. And just plant it straight out into the bed. We'll see what happens with that. And then in the edges, I'm going to have one last shot. The jinx of my planting year. I'm going to have one last shot at putting some peas in. So we'll see what happens, I guess. It works or it doesn't. But if we don't try, we don't find out. So these should be alright in here, to be fair. I'll do the swede first. Because these seeds, I know they work because I planted loads of them, if you remember, and then because of the weather they just went completely to seed. Did you see what I did then? Yeah, they just weren't having it at all. So we'll try again. I'll leave space at the end for the peas, and we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Didn't use as many as I thought I was going to there. So that's the Swede. Cover those up. Just pat it down a little bit, make sure the seed is in contact with the soil. And then let's try down the edge. And get some peas in. A bit late really, but you can't say that I just give up, because clearly I'm not. I didn't use as many of those as I thought I was going to either. I have a feeling it's the seeds with the peas. I mean, I have checked the dates and they're supposed to be good through to 2022, but they just haven't worked, and I've tried them so many times in the garden room. Anyway, let's see what happens. I'll water these, even though it is outside. I topped up with compost this week, so it is completely dry. And this little bit of rain that keeps coming and going, I don't want to take a chance. So I'll water these, then we'll move on to the next one. I've actually split this bed in half, so I'll plant one half now, and then I'll leave it a few weeks, and I'll plant the other half. I'm going to do a bit of a mixture of broccoli and cauliflower. So we'll pop the broccoli in first. I've already got cauliflower in that other bed, so I think I'll do 2 rows of broccoli and 1 row of cauliflower. It is a bit of a follow on. Just ran out of seed again. Right, that'll do for that. So that's broccoli. And I'll just do this last row with cauliflower. And that's that one done. So, same as before, cover them over. Pat them down. give them a watering, and that's done. And we'll come back to that one in a couple of weeks' time. Well, we're into the afternoon already, and this rain just keeps coming and going. So I've just had a quick look at the grass. It's just simply too wet. Despite the bits of rain we've had, I have watered all of these beds now and given them a really good soak. They've not had that for way too long. So I'm hoping that if the forecast for once is right, we'll get a bit of rain today, tomorrow, and maybe next week. I'll just pop the last of those marigolds just to separate that bed out, remind me where I planted to, and hopefully disguise the smell of the brassica as it starts to sprout. So we're all done. It's all looking quite nice, apart from the attacks on the strawberry patches. Really am keen to see what happens with this corn, because it's getting really tall now. It's looking very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm just looking at... I might just pop a little bit more water on there. I think maybe this rain is not getting into the roots. It's kind of running off the outside. There's always something, isn't there? Potatoes looking real good. Really good. I'm hoping I get some berries off these flowers this year. Oh look, that was not staged, I promise you. I promise that was not staged. I couldn't have even magicked that. I've got berries, look. How nice is that? You won't believe what I've been doing, but I've been getting the flowers and just pushing them together to try and get them to pollinate. And it's clearly worked. You're all going to be accusing me now of staging that. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. We've got... wow. Look at that. Wow. This pollinating by hand has clearly worked. I'm stunned because, in all honesty, I have not looked at those. I've looked at the flowers from time to time and said, oh, that's nice, but I've not looked at them to see if we've got berries, and we have. The more I look, the more I find. How incredible is that? I'm going to have to look around the others now. That's got me all... got some more there, look. That's got me all giddy. Oh, hang on, here we go. Look, we've got more there. How happy am I now? And there. Excellent. I didn't do these plants, and I did look at those when I pulled that first lot up for berries, and there weren't any. And in all honesty, I didn't mess with the flowers on these, whereas I did on those, and it's clearly paid off. I'm all excited now. Oh dear. Little berries. Is there any down there? No. Well, at least I know I have them, so that's good. When these start flowering, I'll not mess with those. But I might with these purple flowers, just on the off chance that I can get some off these plants as well. I'll have to remember to, if I do get any berries on this, to keep them separate. No, there's nothing on there. Right, so the grass is not going to get done. I have got the tractor garage opened up ready, but I did walk up there and just run my hand over the grass, and it is really, really wet. Part of me is itching to just give it a try, and the other part of me is saying don't be so bloody daft, because you know you're going to be spending more time under the tractor clearing out the grass than you are actually cutting it. The bees have popped out. When I was checking the grass, I did look at them. So they are out and about, but they're not liking this rain. So they're not out and about as much. as they have been over the last few weeks. Just looking at all these flowers, there's so many little wild flowers coming up now. I'll do a little montage at some point, because they are everywhere. All different kinds of little tiny different flowers. Yeah, so they are there, look. You watch me get stung now. Busy in themselves, but yeah, they're not as active as they have been. And I'm a bit worried if I drive past here with the tractor, they'll get really upset and start having a go at me. So, I don't know what to do for the best. I really don't. Anyway, let me get myself back in the cabin. I made a coffee ages ago and I didn't really drink it. I started messing about outside like you do. And look, they are everywhere, these flowers. So yeah, I'll go and finish that off and decide, make a decision. Job done. Well, the weather's made the decision about the grass for me because it started raining again. So let me just quickly check. Yeah, I think that water will be okay till tomorrow, and the feed certainly will. Oh, look at this. Let's do a little egg collection. There's one there. Just tidy that back up for them. Nothing in that one. Oh, we've got 3 in there, look. That's very nice. And oh, we've got another 2 in here. So there you go. Today's egg production. Another 6. How nice is that? Thank you very much, chickens. These little red ones, they always come to look and see what I'm doing. I might give them a treat and give them some lettuce now. Well, call me soft-hearted, but I just couldn't resist giving them a bit more greenery. They do like it a lot, and they have produced well for me, so let's get that all locked up before I forget. Because they produced 6 yesterday, and they've just produced another 6 today. So look at that. 12 beautiful fresh eggs. Thank you, chickens. Well, that's another day done. Chickens are happy, busy pecking away at their greenery. Everything's all locked up. A little bit disappointed I wasn't able to get any of that grass cut down today, but it is where it is. Plenty of other stuff been done, and I'm quite happy now. We've got some more plants into the raised beds, and indeed we've got some plants scattered around the field for that matter. I can't believe those potato berries. Can you tell I'm really happy with that? It's I've used some, I've proved that they work, and I've got some more coming for storing away. So yeah, happy days. Going to be really interested to see what happens with those plants that have come from the true potato seeds. I'm itching for them to reach maturity so I can get them out of the buckets and see what's in there, and hopefully plant some more on and see if they'll produce decent crops for Christmas. So hopefully we'll see what happens with the weather. You never know, we might be able to get a start on this tomorrow if I come down early before the bees wake up. I guess you'll find out as we go through the rest of the weekend. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe and well, enjoy your weekend, and don't forget to keep your preps topped up. Well, that's it for this video. I hope there was something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, I welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. How was the planting today? Fair selection of stuff going on. Could have done with a bit better weather. I didn't really want to be out there in the rain all day, and I was a bit disappointed not to get the grass cut, but there's always tomorrow. But the real bonus, I guess, was those potato berries. How cool are they? Really pleased to see so many. Have you had any success with potato berries on your planting? Let me know in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.